is not humility if you don't know who you are. You sound humble till you are finished. Sound so humble. And you know, when people are always asking what's the secret and you're saying it's grace, you cannot be transgenerational in effect. You can't be. What you are telling is grace. We know it is grace, but there are certain things that grace taught you to do. Teach them. That's the secret. Are you still there? You know, one of the... Okay, don't worry. Stay with me. So I said something here. The devil knows how to cover. Darkness understands that. All agents of darkness are smart. Read 2 Corinthians 10 from verse 3 and verse 4 in Message translation. You'll be amazed. Look at how philosophies are established. Look at the science. I wrote some things here. All right, look at the science. Look at the philosophies behind the LGBTQ. You know, we were taking a walk in a museum in Houston, and I saw a man, a middle-aged man, 45, 50. A man. And he was dancing and shaking his bum bum, and you could tell. So I stood there, and I was looking at him. By what spirit? I mean, something educated him. And whatever did that was smart. Package it in movies, package it in songs, package it in write-ups, till it became a societal orientation. And that's what we must understand. We cannot dismantle structures without structures. We can't dismantle cultures without something more intense. So there are certain things that we are not even ready for. You would never see any billboard for pornography, yet it is spreading. Tell me you don't know about that. You'll never see any billboard that we're advertising here, but yet they are ravaging lives, systems, structures. You know, one time God warned me. We'll be running this service. People won't know what to do. I'll be watching them. Someone's doing something here. And I just keep consoling myself that once I hold the mic to teach, everything will be fine. God said you will teach yourself out of relevance. Let me tell you something. You want to build a transgenerational life structure. Structure. Are you following what I'm saying? All right. So I said, look at global agendas like LGBTQ, the 80s agendas, agnostic agendas. Look at the corruption in big pharmaceutical companies. Look at the influence of pornography in the life of people, young and old. Look at the grip of it on the next generation. Look at the impact of music. Look at the lyrics. Pay attention to what they are communicating. They understand coverage. Christians must go back to the drawing board to ask, what's the wisdom behind coverage? How do we spread the influence of the kingdom? How do we communicate this to the next generation? How do we carry this in a way that the gospel is interesting for everyone? There are a few things I've written for us to note as touching overcoming inertia. So I'm going to continue, don't worry, tomorrow. Number one, it is not everyone who is in a bad situation that is aware. Mama spoke about that. It is possible that everyone else knows that you are where you ought not to be, but the only person who is not aware is yourself. Celebrate your small wins. Celebrate every level you find yourself, but know when to dust yourself and move. Don't over-celebrate. Number two, nothing will change about your experience until your thinking change. You cannot move on the outside until you move first on the inside. You know, someone asked me and said, I've had the privilege of standing before or with notable people. I mean, people have probably always looked forward to meeting very notable people. And someone said, how do you do that without fear? I said, you are just so bold. I said, no. I rehearse it in my mind till fear dies. I do loads of rehearsals in my mind. I stand up, my wife knows, and just walk around. Because, listen, it's not just, let me tell you this. It is tricky to watch a master at work. What that means is that someone who has mastered what he's doing If you assume that the person's secret is what you see on the outside, you will fail.